What's up, my name's TcNo, here for Troubleshoot and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I've got something incredibly exciting, especially if you've been looking forward to this project. Basically, I'm building an account switcher for multiple platforms: Steam, Uplay, Origin, etc, and so far it's got quite a bit of support. In the most recent update, I've added support for the Epic Games launcher. Basically, it's a super simple program that you can download, run, it's open source, and you can simply switch accounts of yours with just a few button clicks. So before I get into actually installing it, downloading it, etc, a link to the official download GitHub page over here will be below, but we'll return to this at a later stage. Basically, when you do actually download the software, it'll open up into something like this. Basically, you can pick an account switcher from here, but obviously the one we're going to be focusing on in this video is the Epic Games account switcher here. As you can see, I've already got a couple of accounts here, and if I go ahead and open up the Epic Games launcher, you can see I'm currently signed into an account called TcNo. Now, as far as I recall, this is my main account, which it is, and the username is the same as my Epic Games supporter code. But anyway, with that aside, let's go ahead and switch accounts to a different place. Now, usually you'd click the little icon on the bottom left, sign out, grab your details, grab your two-factor, and log into your new account. It's a bunch of effort. But if I were to say push this across to the side and open up my account switcher, you'll see your accounts over here, assuming you've already added them. I'm currently logged into TcNo, this account here, but let's go ahead and log into TcNo too, either by right-clicking and swapping to the account, or selecting it and clicking login. After we go ahead and do exactly that, you'll see the window vanishes and it'll simply be reopened. When it eventually does reopen, it'll be logged into the other account. It really is that simple. Hi TcNo2, welcome. Now, both of these accounts have two-factor, and I don't really have a use for the second account, hence there's not really anything on it. I think these are all from my other account, and if I click play, it'll probably ask me to sign in with it. However, you can see there's a ton of games missing here, as this is in fact a different account. Let's say I want to get back to my other account, I can simply double-click this, for example, and it'll switch to the other account just like that. Eventually, when it does open up, you'll see I'm in my TcNo account. There we go. Hi, TcNo, welcome. It really is just that simple. So without going into details of how exactly this works, basically it just moves a single file out into its own folder and changes one line of text in your Windows registry. Basically, it's just changing the last account that you were signed in with, and Epic Games handles the rest. You don't need to punch in a password here, you don't need to punch in two-factor, nothing like that. It simply just swaps out the last logged in account. That's all this account switcher does for all of these platforms over here. Now that you know how it works, how exactly do you get it? Well, you can simply download the zip, extract it, and run it out of a folder. At this current moment, there isn't an installer for the newest beta version with all of these platforms on it, but that'll be coming at some stage in the future. For now, download unzip, and you can run it off of something like a USB drive, or simply out of your documents or downloads folder, preferably something you won't be deleting in the future, as if you create shortcuts to the program in the folder and you delete the folder, obviously all the shortcuts will break. Anyways, this GitHub page over here will be linked in the description down below. You can see 121 stars, 15 forks, but it is still relatively large for its niche. Of course, it is completely open source, so if you don't trust my builds of the program, you're more than welcome to go ahead and download Visual Studio and build it yourself. Though most people will come across to this page, scroll down and click the download beta button over here to be taken to the downloads page. After a simple redirect, you'll be directed right to the latest pre-release over here. Now, of course, in the future, it will come out of beta and there'll only be one download button here. But the reason I've got the second one and a redirect is that if you click the releases section here, you'll see the latest pre-release, the beta version, as well as a couple of the older ones, including the last stable one, which was released in June 2020, which is Steam only. Anyways, after clicking the download beta button, you'll be taken to this page over here. Simply scrolling down to the bottom of it, you'll see these two folders under the assets section, which you may have to expand for the latest version. TcNo account switcher, beta, followed by a date next to it, and .7z or .zip. Basically, these are exactly the same thing, one's just half the size of another, and you'll need 7-zip installed to unzip it. So for most people, you'll be downloading the zip over here. Note that the contents of these folders are exactly the same. All that you have to do to install the program is extract the zip or 7z file, no difference, just a smaller download, into a folder you won't move or delete and run TcNo account switcher.exe. So I'll simply click the up arrow here and keep. Now, of course, before we can actually extract and run this program, we do need 3 bits of software installed. Don't worry, we only need to install these once, and you shouldn't have to install them again throughout the lifetime of this program, unless something major changes with the .NET framework, which is Microsoft's doing. Anyways, right up here at the top of this post, you'll find 2 links. One here next to WebView 2 Runtime, which I'll be opening in a new tab. It should immediately start an exe download from Microsoft's official website, the WebView 2 runtime. Then the link down here is for the .NET 5 desktop runtime and ASP.NET Core 5.0 runtime. There's an image over here to demonstrate what buttons we'll be clicking on, as we'll be downloading 2 bits of software from this website rather than 1. So I'll open this here link in a new tab, and of course, both of these will be in the description down below. All you have to do here is click Download x64 under Run Desktop Apps. So I'll be opening this in a new tab, and under Run Server Apps, make sure to right-click and open Download Hosting Bundle in a new tab as well. You'll be downloading 2 bits of software from the site, as I mentioned before. If you only download 1, the program won't launch properly. Just click here to download manually if it doesn't already start. And we've now downloaded all 3 bits of runtime. Once again, 3, not 2. It's incredibly important. Open up and install these 3 in no specific order, and when it's eventually done, you should be able to open up the zip and simply extract the folder inside of it to a place like your desktop. After extracting it, you wouldn't really need to worry about revisiting the GitHub page unless for some reason a download keeps failing in the future, as this program does have an automatic update feature built into it. Once you've extracted the entire zip folder, scroll down and open up TcNo account switcher.exe. You'll see a new window exactly like this, and you'll be able to pick from the available account switchers, and of course things will just work. Anyways, now that we've got the Epic Games account switcher here, how exactly do we use it? Well, of course, as you can see, there's no accounts. Unlike the Steam account switcher that can automatically detect accounts, same with the Blizzard one, in here, much like the Origin and Uplay one, we need to add our accounts one by one until we've got all of our accounts here, as certain files need to be copied in and recopied in every time you swap accounts, so the program needs to know exactly what's going on. That being said, when you do start using this, try not to click sign out of an account. Otherwise, it'll break here and you won't be able to swap to and from it. You'll have to right-click the account, forget the account, and re-add it to swap between accounts once again. If you'd like to sign into a new account in the future, all you have to do is click the Add New button over here. Epic Games will then be closed, and when it reopens, you'll be prompted to log in. So that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll sign in with Epic Games. And of course, the most important part about this is making sure that the Remember Me button over here is checked. Now that I've been signed in as such, I'll eventually be dropped into the main menu. As you can see, I'm logged in. Why it's a blue tint, I'm not too sure. I guess it's just the sale that's currently going on. Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, I'm logged into my TcNo account. All that I'll do is click Save Current, and I'll give it a name. I'll enter TcNo and either hit Enter or click Add Current Epic Account. As you can see, it's appeared on the list, and I'll be able to switch to it by double-clicking, right-click swapping to account, or selecting it and clicking Login. Of course, if I were to click Sign Out in Epic Games, then try to switch back to it, it won't work. In order to fix it, I'll have to right-click Forget and sign into the account again after clicking Add New. Basically, Add New signs you out of your account, quote-unquote, without actually signing you out. It just asks for a new one. It changes the last person logged in to nothing instead of another username. Anyways, now that we've done that, let's click Add New and sign into another account. Once again, I'll click Sign In with Epic Games, and I'll make sure Remember Me is checked. Now that I'm being signed in, I'll push it across to the side, and I'll wait for me to get back into game. So now that I'm logged into TcNo 2, that's exactly what I'll be saving here. Note that it doesn't have to be TcNo 2 or whatever your account name is, so I'll call it, say, Kevin. I'll add current account, and now I've got these 2 different accounts. At some stage in the future, I will be adding an option to import your own custom profile pictures. As with some platforms, it automatically detects your profile pictures. As with Epic Games, there's no profile picture that you can set to begin with. Anyways, let's go ahead and swap to my TcNo account. I'll double click it, Epic Games closes, and when it relaunches, I'll be logged into that account just like magic. It's super simple, and it just works. But anyways, that's about it for this super short, super sweet tutorial video. Once again, links to these will be in the description down below. Some information is in the program. All you really need to know is the GitHub. And of course, there is a bug report or feature report section over here that you can click. it'll take you across to my Discord server where you're more than welcome to leave feature requests and the like. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching. My name's been TcNo here for Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!